Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Defensively,
a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
On the move to his left.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Jaguars had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Delta. Hey, shoot it.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Man open, here is Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. His pass caught at the 4. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation.
Lawrence on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
10 seconds.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On second down, Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. 7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And Lance going to throw.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Lance. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Evans has it left side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Wait.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra.
It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the double.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Double 38. Ready?
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. for it with Eckler. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Let's go now.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down.
And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle with Eckler. And oh, he coughed it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Go.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, hold it. Yeah.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position. And
not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Tough when they're first drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Ready, set.
Lance now on first down.
Rolling to his left.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Eckler, they run left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline, there's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Lance now on 1st down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Off the option, here's ETN.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Lawrence.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
After the sack on first down,
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jaguars 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch remains at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, stop.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. On the move past the 40.
Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, boy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter, ETN, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
X3, 218, stop. Go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lawrence on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful for the yard out, and the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
On the set.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Williams, a man in motion right. Running on 1st down, Eckler. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
124 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 38, Jaguars 21.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Go!
Now Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They go play action with Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 43 yards.
And the Jags are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
10 seconds.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Evans. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Chargers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Hey.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Airing this one out for Evans.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Hey, back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Hey, keep it.
Now Lawrence on first down.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Lawrence. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Hey, you.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
McKinnon here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Hey, Lance. Watch it. Sit.
Now Lance.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.